President said. So what exactly did President Tinubu say in his address? How is it that he did not address the concern of the protesters? Well, in 9 different points, because it was quite a long speech, but this is a summary. Don't worry, I won't take too much of your time. 9 different points. I will summarize what the president said. The first was concern. He addressed the turmoil and violent protests involving young Nigerians and expressed pain over the loss of lives and property. So he expressed concern. Number 2, he emphasized responsibility to ensure public order and protect lives. He called for protesters to suspend further action and engage in dialogue. Say it's enough. Don't protest anymore. The government is open to talk. Let's talk. Number 3, he envisioned a just, prosperous nation with good governance and justified the removal of fuel subsidy and foreign exchange reforms. So basically, he's saying there is no reversal on the removal of fuel subsidy. And he reported increased government revenue and productivity. Number 4, he highlighted significant infrastructure projects and oil industry resurgence. The introduction of the compressed natural gas, which is CNG initiative to reduce cost, stating, if you heard, that we are an oil and gas nation, but we focus more on the oil. So the initiative of government under the Tinubu administration has pushed for us to make use of gas more so that we can reduce cost. The next is youth and social reforms. He discussed student loan scheme, consumer credit corporation, and youth empowerment programs, announcing additional funding and housing initiatives. That's number 5. Number 6, agriculture and food security. The initiative to increase food production and remove tariff on essential imports. Number 7, he acknowledged citizens' frustration, said I totally understand, and committed to addressing the concerns. He also called for unity, cooperation, and warns against misinformation. Number 8, he urged security operatives to maintain peace and order while respecting human rights. And number 9, which is the conclusion, he encouraged hope, unity, and progress. He thanked Nigerians and prayed for the nation's blessings. That is a summary of the president's speech on Sunday morning. That encapsulated the major points. Now, the president did not address the concerns of the protesters. These are the reactions of some of the protesters. What are the demands? The protesters are demanding the reduction of pump price of petrol to below 300 naira per litre, affordable electricity, reduction of import duties to their previous rates, reversal of hike in tertiary education fees by many institutions, transparency and accountability in governance, and the autonomy of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, among others. So if these are the demands, and that is the speech, where is the connection? It's time to open the phone lines. I need you to be a part of this conversation. My questions are simple and straightforward. Is the move to continue the protest justified after the president's address? And what is your take on the president's address? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06416. I believe, I'm not quite certain yet, but hopefully I'll find out, that we are live on Twitter and Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. I want to say this very clearly. It's important that you focus on the problem and do not insult the person.
Views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
All right, I lost that call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Darlington calling for you.
Go ahead, Darlington.
There is no connectivity between the president's speech and what the protesters are demanding for. The simple truth of the matter is, we Nigerians, we just discovered that Tinubu government is here to make life very, very difficult for us. Because we are in a country where we have a lot of oil. We are in a country where we have a lot of mineral resources. and knowing fully well that oil is the problem we always have, because once you touch oil, you touch every section of the country. You touch transport, you touch food. If you visit so many homes now, so many families cannot feed 2 days. So many cannot feed 2 days. So they are demanding for reduction of price of electricity, reduction of price on import duty, reduction on price of fuel. You are telling us something different from what the protest are. The protest will continue. It's just a simple truth.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Tinubu. I'm calling from this country.
All right, go ahead.
The president just made some sound from his mouth, which were not explainable to the people and the protesters. We have expected him to have lighted seriously on the issues of our refinery, electricity, agriculture. I mean mechanized agriculture. He has not said anything about the empowerment of the Nigerian citizenry. The president has not said anything. So as I'm concerned, the protest goes on. The protest is going to even go on more than the 10 days as stipulated. We are not happy. Many families will not feed again. Even those that have jobs at the end of the month, they cannot get good take-home pay. No, we need a smile for this country. The protest will stop. Oh. If Port Harcourt refinery has been a story today, next tomorrow, this year and that year, and still there could not even be a CAL. They thought around maintenance. The small fire boys are using 3 days, 4 days to build their pre-modular refineries, but our government will not fix our own refineries.
All right. Well, we have a break coming up now. After that, we continue. Please stay with us.
with both oil and gas resources. But we met a country that had been dependent solely on oil-based petrol, neglecting its gas resources to power the economy. We were also using our hard-earned foreign exchange to pay for and subsidize the use. To address this, we immediately launched our compressed natural gas initiative, CNG, to power our transportation economy.
Welcome back. It still is the Morning Crossfire on 92.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Sam Oracle Chinedu. The words and voice of Mr. President addressing Nigerians responding to the nationwide demonstrations. Now, a lot of people have said that the president did not respond to the concern of the protesters. But I beg to differ. And here is why. If I ask you for money and you tell me no, or give me a reason why you cannot give it to me, you have answered my question, but you did not honor my request. What am I trying to say? The president said there would be no reversal on the removal of fuel subsidy, and he gave reasons. Did he respond to the fuel subsidy question? Yes. Did he grant the request of Nigerians? No. So no is also an answer. But of course with reason. Now my questions, if you listen to the 9 points, the summary of the president's address, is the move to continue the protest justified? And what is your take on the president's address? I'll be taking calls shortly. I have a few comments on different platforms. Okay, I'm going to get back to that. I believe I have Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. Emmanuel Poiba says the move is very much justified. That's on Facebook. Jacob Obari Lesemi says, for me, the president from his speech has the passion to fix Nigeria. Let's stop the protest and give him time. Also, Francis Nnamani says is watching from Enugu. Says what Nigerians need from Mr. President is not a long speech, but rather to reverse the fuel subsidy removal, open our borders, revive our moribund refineries, address hunger, and other economic hardship in the country. Odepeli Gosoka says it's like the president is not updated to the present reality prevailing us as a people. And Michael Fejero says Aluta continua. Okay. David Igbiki says he's not going to do anything because nobody else can remove. Okay. I don't really get that, but hopefully at some point I will. 08179230002. Please turn off your radio as you call. Go straight to the point. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I've lost that call. Call back if you can. Let's see what's happening on WhatsApp. This comment reads, the president's speech sounds like a final year student trying to defend a project that was done without a supervisor. Don Dada says, as a member of the APC, I must confess that President Tinubu's broadcast is empty. That's from Clever Sonny. And Packles says, the president said so many things without saying anything. The fact that a speech leaked on social media hours before Sunday makes the speech even more disrespectful to protesters. That's Destiny from Port Harcourt. Okonkwo from Rumokuta. Good morning.
Good morning, Bro Jude.
Hey, Sam.
Okay, Bro Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
Bro Sam, it is unbelievable that all the while that we have been shouting that the Terror refinery should be rehabilitated or rebuilt so that the issue of fuel subsidy will stop, so that people will have fuel being sold at the price of 200 naira. That's to enable people now to start their businesses again, and for people to begin to do their businesses and make their gains and money and sustain their lives and their families. And our president did not touch that area of rehabilitating the three refineries. I'm not happy over the whole thing. And additionally, was saying that we should give him time. Bro Sam, this democratic dispensation started in in 1999.
That's right.
And the citizens say, let's give time to Obasanjo. We gave Obasanjo time. For 8 years, nothing happened. Then Jonathan came. They say,
Okay. Well, after Obasanjo, it was Yaradua, not Jonathan. George from Buguma. Good morning.
Yes, Oracle. You see, the subject matter is really disheartening to Nigerian people. The president will not do anything much. This is how they have been promising us. See, for over 2 decades of democracy, look on ground, you can see that all the leaders are giving excuses that is not really bringing to bear the needed democratic dividends that Nigerians are yearning for. Nigerian leaders don't think, they understand, they only think of amassing wealth within themselves and their families alone. Now, how do this party came to rule this country? They came to 15 that Jonathan was not doing well. Okay, let's assume it is true. You came in, you say you are the Messiah, chanting on the street of Nigeria that you have come to change the narrative. Up to date, you are bringing nothing to the people. The only policy that is not substantive to the people, you remove subsidy and people, you told people that it will help. And what we are seeing is the opposite of help. That is what we are seeing. Nothing is working, and you tell Nigerians that they should not protest. You give leverage to Dangote refinery. Just of recent, all the blockage has been lifted for Dangote. But Nigeria owns 3 refineries are lying comatose. And you are telling me that you are serious, you have Nigerians at heart. This is how you will talk and you will leave office. You will see nothing tangible on the ground. I am telling to you, because experience, they say, is the best teacher.
Okay.
We have experienced these people in the past, and you cannot take up a negative right anymore that we should continue to wait and listen to you. What will you do if I am waiting for you?
All right, George.
I have waited in the past. It was a wasted time of waiting. Then
Thank you very much. I must move on now. There's a comment here on WhatsApp from Sir Joe. Says, good morning, Oracle. I think the president mistakenly read an Independence Day speech, which he picked from the shelf. There's little or no connection between the speech and the demands of protesters. I expect him to realize his mistake and read the right speech and apologize to Nigerians for the mix-up. Christian calls from Bonny. Good morning, Christian.
Yeah, Christian, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you see, I want to talk to Nigerians as an insider. I was privileged to work in the Ministry of Petroleum Resources towards the mid-80s and 90s.
Okay.
You see, the government is not really telling the Nigerians, the masses, the truth.
Really?
You see, the oil industry is one of the most corrupt industry in this country. Some of the statistics and figures they give to Nigerians are not accurate. These oil companies, they make so much money offshore. They do so much drilling activities offshore that the government is not even in position, you understand, to know actually what they are getting on daily basis. The inspectorate, who is supposed to be monitoring, working hand in hand with them, they are not even doing enough. Because there's no facility to be able to monitor them. If not, this problem of not having enough crude, this and that, wouldn't have arisen. Look, what they are giving us as income or return is not up to 35% of what they are really making.
35%.
How bad the oil industry is. If not, we would have gone through all this problem. Now, about the gas he's talking about, yes, nobody is saying you should go back to subsidy. There's no going back. That's the only thing I pick there that is making points, you understand, to Nigeria, that will help Nigeria. No more subsidy. Yes, no going back. But the truth is that we have more than enough oil. The oil companies, multinationals, are making so much money at the detriment of this nation. And they gang up with some of it. If not, we have no problem with all this. The refineries should be working. They're making so much money and they're deceiving Nigerians. That is the truth about what is happening.
All right.
As an insider.
Thank you very much, Christian. Dennis calls from the airport. Good morning, Dennis.
Hello, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sam, if you notice, I stopped speaking on radio because it's like I'm a fool talking on what I know, development economics, which we studied in India.
I didn't notice.
They first taught us the operations of the IMF. As a patriotic citizen of India, you are not supposed to patronize anybody, any foreigner. In fact, the Nigerian was arrested when he was caught mingling with an American. I was part of that particular issue. What I'm trying to say in this is this. Now, we were colonized. After colonization, the world came together again, and some people insist on colonizing the black people. Now, if you read, I'm making a reference to you, you are an avid reader. Go to the book, the CIA and the other parts of intelligence, and you see this same thing. Like you read it in that book. It was aimed to happen even before Zeke's time. Zeke refused to remove fuel subsidy. Then Gowon refused to remove it. Obasanjo refused to remove it. Why must it be now? And then look at what it's doing to our economy. At the end of the day, simple response which China and India did was increase your production. Go now and import lead machines, import glass blowers, import plastic molders, and let Nigerians who are eager and desirous to produce massively industrial products that they don't need to go to China and India again to import. And you can compete favorably. Our naira will now be short of. Why are we punishing the ordinary Nigerians? People are starving. Nobody, even the politicians, where they want to now buy rice, they buy it at exorbitant rates.
All right.
The money they have hoarded, they are not willing to spend it. Sam, why are they punishing people? It's wrong, very wrong. The solutions to Nigeria problems are here. I've written on X page what the federal government should do, and they ignore it.
Okay.
I'm feeling very bad.
Well, thank you very much, Dennis, for that. I have many more calls and many more messages. But before I get into those, I need to remind you of the questions so I get answers to those questions. Is a move to continue the protest justified? And what is your take on the president's address? Stephen calls from Mboba. Good morning, Stephen. I've lost that call. And Temple from Rumomasi. Good morning, Temple.
Good morning once again, the very distinguished Sam Oracle Tinubu.
Good morning.
I think your question is a very good one. If the continue of the protest is justified,
that's right.
I would tell you that it's indeed justified with immediate alacrity. Knowing fully well that we have a president who is a fan of protest, I will continue to say this. A man who criticized EDP-led administration, a man who did not even end at leading protests, but resulted in acts of criticism of propaganda and blackmail. And for me, that is one of the things that brought him to where he is today. The very distinguished remember in those days of PDP, where we can use 500 naira and make a good pot of okra. You understand what I'm talking about. But today, the reverse is the case. As a man who has led protest, is it not expected that being to where he is today, he might have gathered enough solutions to those things, those protests, those communiques he read in regards of the protest he led so far. So what are we saying now? Even the man who even talk full of Jonathan's government of how he was selfish and self-centered, and that when he moved for subsidy of benefiting himself and his family and his cronies, today the reverse is the case. And such a man can also put up an empty address that did not address anything. Empty address is very distinguished, and you said the people should calm down. You should have given the people hope, even though the hope has always been fake. But let it be put forward that the hope is there, even though it's not going to be actualized. So Mr. President Tinubu did not say anything. As far as I'm concerned, this protest is justified, except the come up with something better today as in addressing the issue of, look at, I'm talking to you now, the price of petrol is 1,100 naira. And how much was it when he led the protest?
Okay, thank you.
Not to be ashamed of himself right now.
Thank you very much. Temple. Muriel calls from Okrika. Good morning, Muriel.
Hi, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. This is your woman. Look, Sam, I've seen it over and over again. our leaders do not need. They don't get kind of protest we're giving them. It's not what they deserve. You know, nobody should go violent. But this is what they're doing now. In some parts of the country, they will put on music and they will be dancing. How do you expect the president to even address it? Don't you see? You see the reluctance. He just dragged the people to address the nation. He holds the youth. He big population that is also more than also of the population. The two, you know, the two elite, they told us that they will relax and be easy. Even though I didn't say right in them, and that's exactly what they're saying. The president is reluctant. As long as his duties are going on fine, everything is going on fine. It's like, let us start 20 days and be keeping music and be dancing. Nothing happens. So person has to change that is honestly. Listen to the speech, not empathy, not passion for his people. He believes everything is politics. We're not hungry, we're just playing politics. So how do you expect a change? Nothing is going to change. What we need to do is to let our National Assembly be in their offices, the president should be in the cabinet, and to close the gate. Nigeria is sit up on that gate. Nobody goes down, nobody goes in. So please, everybody should be in their offices. The president should be in the author of the National Assembly should be in their offices. They like them be issues for them. If they like them not be issues for them, everybody should be in their office until they change their policy. It's the power of the pen. Let them use the pen and let them sit in their offices and change the bad policies. That's what it is. If you're this way that you're dancing on the road, nothing will happen, Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you very much. Ken calls from Ubimini. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, CSO.
Wow. Good morning.
Yes, I can. Calling from Ubimini.
All right.
I think our president's address is extremely ironical. The president who knew exactly the agitation of the masses of the country, he went along and giving us an address of welcome of a particular occasion that does not indicate any concern of the citizen. He did not tell us what our 4 billion naira in a month is being spent. He did not tell us why he has been giving us a debt in which our refineries will be fixed on. He did not tell us why it was yet to be functional. He did not tell us why the borders are yet to be in operational. He did not tell us why the power system is still unexpected in this country, where some people cannot make use of the power supply. Finally, our president did not let us know that the hunger in the land that he is perceiving it and give us the hope that we should expect from now to the end of August. What a disappointing address. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank
you very much, Ken. And later, Barry from Bori. Good morning.
Good morning, Sam Oracle.
Good morning.
Yeah. Let me look at one of the points made by the president during his address. I think he said he has removed import duties on food, and he has also sent rice 6 months. I'm going to remember if the rice sent for 40K and lasts after 6 months, that means are we going back to where we were before? Because if we are saying provide solution to a problem, and you're saying this thing will last for 6 months, which the price you are even giving for that rice is not the even due price Nigerians expect. But for the fact that things have gone high to that level and you decide to make it the rate of 40,000 naira, after the 6 months, the price of rice will rise back to 80,000, 90,000 naira, bringing us back to where we were before. As the problem solved? So, we also talk about agriculture and other amount of money he has been sending as program in order to relieve the people of poverty. some of this money does not go to anywhere. I have not seen where over 500 and something billion naira he said he has spent for poverty alleviation and all that, or grants. I have not seen it happen anywhere. It's like this money remain in the hands of his ministers or appointees. Where has it gone? The minister for humanitarian service has not told us where all this money is being sent to.
Okay.
So this is the problem we are having. So I want to tell the protesters to rechannel their demand back to the president, because it's like the president is not aware of their demand.
Okay.
And in his speech,
Leighton
none
Barry,
of those things they demanded reflected in his speech.
thank you very much. You can obviously tell that Chinedu does not have the answer to those questions. Secondly, you have a right to state that you're going to protest. I've said it before. This platform will not be used to mobilize or galvanize others to protest. To each his own. Let's see if we can take some comments as we wrap up conversations. Samita Eroma on Facebook says the federal government is insensitive to what is happening in Nigeria. The president's speech was a slap on the faces of Nigerians. I was expecting him to tackle the core issues of the protest. But if I may say, he just made the protest take a different shape. Vera Bassi says the cry of the people does not appeal to the president. Even if we protest for 2 weeks, he might just relax. Blessed Ola says the speech of President Tinubu was a total slap to Nigerians because he left what brought hardship before the protest came in and derailed from the truth. Ogu Justice is asking, where are the CNG buses up till now? Lawrence Friday says, for the fact that the president did not address the problem of the protesters, it means the protest will continue till the president does something. Okay. And Adi OKOCC says the trouble with Nigeria is leadership and the lack of political will. Good morning, Oracle. Okay, I've taken this one. I don't believe that hunger is a political agenda, as he said in his broadcast. And Aaron goes on to talk about the children of Israel and the Egyptians. I'll take this as my final comment. The presidential broadcast sounded more like a threat, reprimand, and rhetorics of the May 29, 2023 inauguration speech than a proposal for peaceful dialogue. It was quite pathetic. I was angry with myself for wasting my time yesterday morning watching and listening. I ended up getting to work late. That's from Aricilia. Well, this is where we are at the end of the show. And at a point where we need to be progressive. The president did say a lot, but people are not satisfied. I'm going to say it as many times as I need to. While we have the right to protest and make demands, it's a part of the package in democracy. We must ensure to do it within the purview of what the law allows. This is as far as we can go on the Morning Crossfire. Thank you for being a part of it. Connect with us at Nigeria Info PH on all platforms. With me at Sparkling Oracle on all platforms as well, or simply search for Sam Oracle Chinedu. The news around the world, I believe, comes up at 9, and after that, it's Hello Port Harcourt with Jude. Stay safe.